I really don't. The thing is, now that we have the light beam and the dark beam, these guys are going to be a lot. Not that they like weren't easy before, but now that we have the light beam, it's like they're just going to be a lot easier. I know what that's reminding me of now, by the way, like the way that they just like disappear. It's like it's like in Ghost or something like that, when the way that like the things from the underworld or hell or whatever come to like take them away. That's almost what it's like reminding me of, even though it's different. There you are. I kind of wish I could like show off what it looks like to just like trick them. It's really satisfying when you end up like tricking them into how many of you guys are there? They just keep arriving out of nowhere. Are they just like continuously spawning from somewhere? Oh, my light beam ammo is depleted. I know, I think this must be like the last one, surely. Finally, Jesus. But yeah, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, now that we actually have the light beam, these guys just go down in like 2 charge shots, and it makes things like an awful lot easier. The thing that's like really confusing about this is that like you will have like also now we can go and fight the actual big boss. But we can't go through there yet because that's the need super missiles to get through there. How am I should like use my dark ammo to destroy this so that I get some light ammo. I need to get some missiles while I'm at it. That looked like it reacted differently somehow. But it didn't actually. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the thing that's like can be kind of like confusing about this is that like you will have like dark ether enemies that are weak against, where like it's easy to think that like, okay, it might be like easy to think that like, oh, all of the, what is up with like the hitbox on these things? It might be like easy to think that like, oh, all of the I need to get like, where am I going? There's like a portal up there that I think now I can use, because wasn't that like a light beam portal or something like that? I think. But how do I get... That was like up here, okay. So you would, like, you could assume, you might assume that, like, oh, all of the, since we're in, like, Dark Ether, all of the Dark Ether enemies will be, like, weak against, like, against light energy. But that's not necessarily the case. You'll have, like, some of them where they're, like, weak against dark energy, and I'm like, yeah, but you're here in the dark world. Why are you weak against the dark energy? But it happens, you know? It's a big wide world out there. So where's this portal that I'm heading towards? There, just on the... Just past the phase on, hang a right. Or hang a left, rather. So there was a portal in here, was there? Yeah, there was. And there's also like a light door, but let's have a look at this. Excuse me. Let's have a look at this portal first. Seeing as now I can activate it. It's so weird, like, recording at this hour of the morning. Like, there's something, like, it's 7:04 now. Like, it feels, like, really good, to be honest. Like, it's funny. Oh my god, am I not able to get back now? Oh, fuck. This is, like, the... Oh, this is the Dark Samus room again. Okay, so that's just, like, where that wall goes. Okay, fair enough. But I think now we can go into, now we should be able to go through this, like, light room door that's over here, can we? It looks like it on the map anyway, but it's probably actually need the spider ball to... Yeah, to get through there. Alright, fair enough. So actually, that was a big mistake coming through that portal, because it was like a one-way portal that now we can't go back through or something. But isn't it just in this room? The, yeah, the dark portal is just in here, isn't it? So we can just go straight back in there. Because I'd like to, like, go and see what that, like, light beam door was or whatever. It feels so good to be recording at this time of morning. I don't know why it is, like... But it's funny now that I think about it, because, like, the, is there any reason for going through, like, that top way up there? I need to, like, check that. I need to, like, check, is there, like, any reason why you would go through, like, this dark door instead of going through, like, the light door. Instead of going through, like, the light door at the bottom. Like, surely there's, like, some reason. But yeah, it's funny because, do you know what it's, like, making me think of is, like, when I was, like, in university, I always used to find that... Did you guys have respawned into the bargain? Oh, there's, like, a nice big 50 energy there. Well, I guess the reason you'd go through the top door instead of the bottom one is just because, like, if you go through the top door, you don't have to deal with those stupid vines with the weird hitboxes. But it's making me think of in, like, when I was, like, in university, the way that, like, the way that I always, like, found that it was easier for me to, I always found that it was, like, easier to me to do, like, my, or even, like, my homework when I was in school. Like, I always found that it was easier for me to do my, do schoolwork and things like that, like, in the morning time, like, after, like, before, like, I used to get up early. Like, Santa brought it early. What is this? Don't tell me this is just, like, some ammo restock station or some shit. Yeah, represent. I came all this way, so this is the thanks I get for doing all that overtime. So maybe that, like, portal was the right way to go after all, because I think, like, if I look here, there's pretty much, like, nowhere else that's, like, a light door that we haven't explored that's connected anyway. Like, Dark Agon Temple is where we need to go next, but we can't go there from this part of Dark Agon Wastes or whatever. So yeah, we actually probably should go back to regular Agon Wastes. So this is an example of me, like, accidentally progressing in the game. I still can't believe I got that light beam already. I didn't think that that was going to happen, because, like, in my mind, the next upgrade after the dark beam was the dark suit. I forgot about, like, how long it takes for you to get the dark suit. Then I suppose it makes sense. Like, you get the dark suit, I think, from fighting the first main boss. From fighting, like, the first main boss here, like, in Dark Agon Wastes. Then you get the light suit from fighting the next one, and then you get, like, the Annihilator beam from, like, the next one, because, like, I suppose that makes sense as well, because, like, the Chica, which is the, oh, you guys are back. The Chica, which is, like, the boss of the, isn't there, like, a way that you can... I think there's, like, a way that you can, like, drain this sand, but you do it from, like, dark ether rather than, like, light. I think it's one of those things where you, like, drain it in dark ether, you open the thing in dark ether, and then in, like, light ether that, it gets affected or whatever. But I suppose it, like, makes sense, right? Because, like, I think we're just going in, like, a big circle here. Because there's no reason to go to bioenergy production. It makes sense because the Chica is one of those, like, weird enemies where, like, it's actually weak against dark energy or something. Well, like, partly anyway, maybe not, like, the whole... I think it's, like, different phases are weak against dark energy or light energy, depending on what it is or something. So, like, it makes sense that you get the light suit from it then, rather than... What's, like, up with this? So that's just recording to logbook. Like, I couldn't care less. So wait a second, where are we trying to go then? We can go back out this way. Now we can take that, like, light beam door that's just over here. And just make it out, make our way downtown this way. And it makes sense that you get, like, the Annihilator, like, nuclear. Like, it makes sense. Oh, yes! This is what I was thinking of. Now we can, like, fucking destroy. What can we destroy here now? That, okay, great. We should be able to destroy a lot of things. Destroy the windmills. I'll destroy you for a start. You really think you're gonna go up against me in this big, like, cannon? I'm gonna build a big fence. I'm gonna put the space pirates in there so they can't reproduce. Do you agree with the statements that he made on the pulpit? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now how do I get up there, though? Surely I can't make that. Probably, like, destroyed something I'm supposed to stand up on, right? But then I think even if I do get over there, there's nothing that I can... I think even if I do get over there, there's nothing I can do, because that wall, I think, is one of those ones that you need the, you need, like, the echo visor, I think, to get that, don't you? I think. Like, even if I, like, there was nowhere that I could have, like, jumped to from there, either. It's, like, all or nothing. But yeah, it makes sense that you get, like, the Annihilator beam from Quadraxis then, because, like, it's part of him, like, it's part of its body or whatever. What's, like, that purple door? Oh, that's, like, a seeker missile door. All this, like, random stuff all of a sudden. So what, I'm gonna, like, set this as our goal, like, save station A. And then we can, like, call it a video. Or is that, like, the... Because there's Agon Temple. Oh, we can go... Maybe we can... Let's just have a look in Agon Temple first, since there's, like, a light beam door. Maybe we can do something there. But I feel like what's gonna happen is, I feel like what's gonna happen is we're gonna go through that door, like when Belle and I walk out that door. We're gonna go through that door. Then what's gonna happen, that light door, and then that's actually just gonna end up being like a one-way. How many of you guys are there? Oh my god. That's gonna end up being just like a one-way, Oh, this is where we died that time. How could I forget? It's just gonna end up being like a one-way trip back to, like, that... What is it, like, in here? So wait a second, I haven't been through that... There's like a whole dark door over here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's like a whole dark door over here that I haven't explored. Or I am stuck thinking about this light beam door. But yeah, like I remember, like getting back to like the kind of like morning. Ooh, there's like an energy tank. I like the look of that. Okay, so I bet we need like the... I bet we need like the speed boost to be able to get this, I imagine, right? Maybe. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Oh my god, I'm doing it. So what do we need to do here now? Wait a second, what did I need to do there? Can I, like, kill these guys first of all? They're just, like, breaking, but they're like, spoiling my tempo. So I felt like I was getting somewhere with this. Somehow. Like, I felt like I was, And then it was when, like, I got to here, I was like, okay, what do I do now? Oh, there's, like, a secret passage. What? Welcome to the rest of the video, everyone, by the way. Because it looks like we're going to be stuck here for quite some time. Back to, like, the morning productivity concept or whatever. Like, I remember, like, when I was in secondary school, like, I hated doing my homework when I came home in the evening because I thought, like, okay, I've been, like, so I got up this morning at, like, I got up this morning at, like, 7 o'clock, right, just to get ready for school. Then I spent 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in school. Okay, wait a second. Now this is a fine mess we've got ourselves into. So I feel like we need to, like, get through up there somehow. Then I spent like 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in school. Then, like, in my opinion, I was like, I'm done. Like, sorry, but that's enough. Like, like, when you think about it that way, it's like all of these adults are like, oh, I can't wait until I get off the clock and then the time is my own. And it's like, yeah, but nobody gives a shit about, like, the... Oh. It's like all these adults are like, I can't wait until I get off the clock and, like, crack open a few brewskis. And it's like, yeah, but you're, like, half my age and you just spent, like, 8 hours or 7 hours at school. And now you're going to come home and you're going to do, like, another, like, couple of hours of homework or study. Like, when I think about how, like, ridiculous it was, like, we were told, like, when I think about like how ridiculous it was that we were told in school, like, oh, you should be doing this many hours of, like, in addition, like, coming up to like the leaving certificate exam, oh, in addition to the homework that we're giving you, you should also be doing like this many hours of additional like study, just like study on the stuff that like, and like what does that mean? Oh, it means you just like read again and again and again what we already like gave you before, you know. Yeah, like I feel like this is just gonna be a one-way trip to, it's gonna bring us to this area, whatever that's gonna end up being. But then it's just gonna bring us to like that light room door that was in like the Dark Samus arena. I mean, it's an impressive room architecturally, don't get me wrong, but well, more of this is exactly what I wanted to see. This is exact. Oh my god, look at this in here. The okay, well look, we can't do it. This is like literally one of the last doors we're going to be able to open in the entire game. So look, I don't think that I should go. It looks like there's something up here though. Yeah, there is, isn't there? Oh yeah, missile? That's okay, that's worth it. We have to collect them at some stage as well. I feel like I haven't been collecting any of these. I'll probably walk past like 10 of them. But yeah, that's like my opinion on like homework in general, is like, it's like the people who give out like hours of homework and like recommend so many like hours of study. It's like you obviously can't remember that, like, what you're actually capable of and not capable of as like a child or a teenager. You have to do that in addition to like figuring out your life and what you have to do that in addition to finding your place in the world. Then you have all these adults who are like, yeah, life is so much effort. I'm like, yeah, for you. Try talking to like the 15-year-old who doesn't know any better, and I think that's the worst thing, is like as a 15-year-old you can't challenge anything, you know. As a 15-year-old you're there and you just kind of feel like you have to take it. You can't just, because you're not going to be like to your teacher, like, with all due respect. I think that's bullshit. Maybe you are, but then you'll be like branded as being difficult, you know, if you do that. This is where I wanted to come, isn't it? No, it is not. Oh, it is. Yeah, this is. Now I know where we can go. You know, so it's like you can't even like, you don't even have that sense of kind of like agency in your life that you're able to challenge something that you know is like is wrong. I'm like, especially if you live in a country like Ireland where kids are going to school 7 hours a day, you know? Sorry, but like, why should they be working overtime at home as well? I just think like is there any real like proof that like the additional homework actually even does anything, you know? Like, because for me, I would be thinking like, oh my god, I'm like, how am I ever going to absorb any more information now after 7 hours, you know? It's like, find some adult who works 8 hours a day and then get them to also... It's like working and studying at the same time is really difficult. Like, the people who do that successfully, like, are able to like have a successful full-time job and study on the side. It's a really impressive thing, you know, and it's seen as being really impressive because it is. But like, it's like, if you're a teenager, it's like, yeah, that's just life. You have to work and study, you know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching these parts of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I will see you next time. Bye.